So my cousin Jim, that I'd not seen for many years, told me he was flying in from Idaho. He asked if I could swing by the Lawrence County Tourism Center and pick up some tickets that he'd bought. He'd heard of an event at Williams, Indiana called Dinner on the Bridge, where a large dinner was held inside the old covered bridge. He'd invited me and our cousin Kenny to join him. While free food is something I never turned down, it was more than that, a homecoming. When you start to get older by the year, time with family takes on a deeper, more personal meaning than it did before. None of us are immortal, and the last time you see someone may be the last time ever. In July, we buried our cousin Jerry, one of the kindest men I ever met. Sometimes you just assume that someone is always going to be there, until they're not. Any excuse to get together is a good one, like dinner in an old covered bridge. Williams, Indiana brings back so many memories, both happy and bittersweet. It's a place I will visit until I can't any longer. It was one of the first places we went after my dad died, and I've been back countless times. There's a kind of peace in places that don't seem to change, when there's so much change we didn't ask for. The Williams Bridge, built in 1884, was one of the last really big Indiana covered bridges that you could still drive through. I feel privileged to have driven across it while you could. Mom told me how Dad drove her through the bridge on dates, and when I met someone special, I would drive them all the way from Greenwood down to Williams to carry on the tradition. I would absolutely mention how sketchy the old bridge was, and the girl would slide up very close, thinking it was going to collapse at any moment. All these many years later, I park the car and just walk from end to end. To me, it's like a temple with sacred, unfading memories. Sometimes you just need a place to sort things out, away from all the noise. And for me, Williams Bridge has been that place. As parking is limited at the bridge, we met at the Williams Dam parking lot and took a shuttle across country. Young and old in all kinds of backgrounds, participating in an annual event. I remember being a kid, watching countryside pass from the backseat of the car. Central Indiana isn't like this, and it was always a place of wonder. It still is. I could only wonder what the other passengers were thinking. Was it a place of many memories, or the first time they'd ever been there?
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome, guys.
Howdy.
At the bridge were restrooms, sanitizer, and paper towels for convenience. In the distance, an old covered bridge filled with music, people, food, and laughter. A place of solitude, transformed into a family event. Families don't get together like they used to. Virtually gone are the Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners at Grandma's. For many people, this is as close as it gets to those precious memories. When I was young, I took all of those times for granted, but not now. Anticipation before a big meal, people assigned to tables, meeting new friends. And big silver platters containing unknown delights. And somewhere in the crowd, my two cousins.
They'll just let anybody in here, won't they? Good to see you guys.
desserts waiting on tables as strangers exchanged names, and if they didn't know the person, they knew a family member or someone related. Small town goodness at its best. A keepsake bag for the road. Everyone unified by things they held in common instead of what separates. Soon, a speaker would come to the podium and the crowd would simmer down to a whisper. Announcements, the Pledge of Allegiance, and a prayer.
I'd like to thank my tourism board. They stand beside me, they back me up, and they agree with my crazy ideas. So at this time, I'd like to thank those gentlemen and one lady, and that's Larry Root, Jim Richards, Larry Hardman, Wally Branham, Sam Carnell, Mark Young, and Leah Lynch. And my partner in crime, manager of visitor services, is Michelle King. And she puts up with my crazy ideas too. And she can read my mind. To rise, and we'll have our pledge, and Will Redmond is going to assist us with that tonight.
Pledge allegiance to the flag.
Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Then the main event. Food. Lots of it. Sections were called to the buffet, and everyone was quickly served. Iced tea, lemonade, pulled pork, fried chicken, green beans, coleslaw, potato wedges and rolls, and all the butter you could handle. If you don't know the fine art of plate stacking, you need to up your game. Truly, like a large family reunion in the country, and there was more for seconds. For entertainment, owls were shown to the audience by an exotic bird refuge, up close and personal.
And it doesn't have to be food, it can smell like food. So it can be a hamburger wrapper or a french fry container. It doesn't have to have food, but it still smells like it. And what those smells do is they draw mice in. And the number one food that all birds of prey eat are mice. So if a bird's sitting in a tree on one side of the road and he's screaming and making noises. So in birds of prey, the girls are always bigger than the boys. Fern weighs 2 pounds and 4 ounces. The boy would weigh about 1.5 pounds. So they're not very big. The reason that the females...
The speaker announced that permanent lighting and security cameras were being installed. Everyone applauded, as vandalism has been a problem. I have no idea why some people want to ruin something perfect. Every year they clean off the graffiti, and it's back again, even all over the floor, but it's gone now, hopefully permanently. Unlike most big city events, everyone pitches in to break down tables and chairs. Until once again, the bridge starts another year of solitude in the country. Not only are free shuttles provided to and from the event, but also golf carts to help people with limited mobility. Coming back to the parking lot, I appreciated a novel experience with family in the county where my ancestors lived for 6 generations. And although I wasn't one of them, I felt a sincere connection. Just one more stop along a road of many memories.